call the policy committee meeting to order. Ms. Zavarro, is there a quorum present?
Yes, there is.
All right, thank you. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So move.
Thank you, Nick. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. We have some policies that are up for review. I remind this committee that review means that the entire policy is looked at, okay? We do also have these policies looked at by usually the cabinet member who oversees kind of that general area. So the first policy that is up for review is policy 706, acceptance of gifts. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 706 to the school board?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, thank you, Nate. Discussion. I will just say 706 was looked at by Director of Finance Barbie Raisler, and she did not have any recommended changes to it. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 715, post-issuance debt compliance policy, to the school board?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Discussion. Once again, this was looked at by Barbie Raisler, our Director of Finance and Operations, and she recommended no changes to policy 715.
So it says in here it's not an MSBA policy?
Correct. 715 is not an MSBA policy. This is a Faribault Public Schools policy that was enacted, should say on here, it
At the
doesn't.
end, it says.
Yeah.
July 16th, 2012.
Where do you see that at?
Way at the end of it.
6.
Or, sorry, on page 3, at the end of page 3.
For me, it's page 6, but. Oh, you're looking
Oops.
online.
I'm looking online.
It's
Yes.
page 6 on the paper.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. That is not on my printout, so I apologize for that. So it was adopted in July of 2012.
Mhm.
So is there a like model policy from MSBA that includes state statutes?
I don't believe there would be one, otherwise I'm guessing we would have adopted one by now.
There is legal references on, oh no, sorry, wrong one.
Yeah.
Back then. That policy was suggested by auditors.
Oh, okay.
Audit in that year,
In 2012.
right, in the language they provided, or our attorney provided.
Okay.
It's been on the books.
Any further discussion? Any further discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Last policy today up for review is policy 904, distribution of materials on school district property by non-school persons. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 904 to the school board?
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Discussion. Any discussion? Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor of sending policy 904 to the school board signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. The next, section 4, is revision of policies, and we have 6 revisions to look at this time. First revision is policy 710, which is extracurricular transportation. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 710 to the school board?
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. So policy 710, I'm just going to pull it up here. The only things that changed was there was some wording that was crossed out in the legal reference and the cross-reference. Other than that, I do not see any changes whatsoever in the policy itself. And it was adopted in November of 2013. Any discussion? Any discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 712, video surveillance other than on buses, to the school board?
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Wendy. Discussion. Discussion? All right, this policy, once again, the only changes that I see, there is just some language changes that spell out Minnesota state statutes rather than abbreviate it, and United States Code rather than abbreviate it. Other than that, there are no changes to the policy itself. Was adopted June of 2011. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 801, equal access to school facilities, to the school board?
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, thank you. Discussion. Once again, no changes to the policy wording. The only changes were made in some of the, it appears just some of the numbers around a possible court case. But that was it. Some things were taken out. And MSBA service manual cross-reference was removed. This was adopted in October of 2011 as well. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 805, waste reduction and recycling, to the school board?
So moved.
All right, thank you. Any discussion?
No second?
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry, is there a second? Getting ahead of myself.
Second.
All right, thank you. All right, so discussion. Looking at this, there is zero changes to any language in the policy. The only thing is that some of the legal references have been removed. And there are no cross-references. Was adopted May of 2016. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? All right. Is there a motion to approve sending policy 807, health and safety policy, to the school board?
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Give that one to, you're going to concede that one to Nick?
I will
Okay,
concede
thank
to
you.
Nick. I don't do that often, but today I do.
All right, so policy 807, health and safety, discussion. The only, once again, no, I shouldn't say that. There is actually one change in the wording on page 807-4, section C. It says, action will be taken. The will be was added. But other than that, the only changes are to some legal references. This was adopted May of 2016. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. All right, is there a motion to approve sending policy 902, use of school facilities and equipment, to the school board?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Discussion. This one, there are, I don't want to say substantial changes, but there are some changes. So, this is once again one of our own policies. It has to do with, this is not an MSBA policy. It has to do with community members or outside of the community groups that wish to use our facility space.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So the use of the policy is 402-1 and -2. Do we need to have the administrative procedures as part of the policy? Because we had different procedures not be included in
Yeah.
policies.
So when I sat down, today's Tuesday, so yesterday with Cassie Riopel to go through this with her.
Yep.
Some of the changes in here are nice to have in policy, such as on page 902-3, which is the first page of the procedures side of it.
Yep.
Where it talks about 7 to 10 business days notice. That's nice to have in policy so that someone
can
doesn't call
recover.
on a Friday and say, can I rent the space on Monday?
Okay, it was just
Yeah.
procedures I was
Yeah.
looking at versus policy.
Yeah, so, and it conforms to a lot of the other pieces that have been brought up, either around Title IX requirements moving forward. That you'd find that on 902-4 section, the new section 7, where it
Yep.
talks about all flyers must be approved in advance by the community ed department.
Yep.
That has to do with whether they are our flyers or whether they are an outside group's flyers. Either way, we have to have certain language on them moving forward.
Okay.
Just editing in number 7 that you were just talking about on 902-4, community is spelled wrong. It needs a
Yep.
U.
Yep, you are correct. Thank you. Any other discussion around policy 902? All right, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. There are no new policies for this round, and our next meeting is tentatively scheduled for February 4th, 2025. I say that because on January 6th of 2025 will be the organizational meeting in which new board members will be sworn in, and then new committees will be drafted by the chair, and the committee dates and school board dates will all be decided at that meeting as well. So the tentative date is February 4th. More information will come out after January 6th. All right. So with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
All right. So is there a second?
Second.
You were waiting for him, weren't you? Any discussion? All right.